Okay, you understand what I'm saying? You want to say, I can't guarantee you that you're going to get to this credit score. I can't guarantee that. But what I'm saying is that, you know, if you apply these 6 steps, you will see some results. You will see, you could, let me back up. You could see some results. Okay, you could see some results. Never you will see some results. But you could, based off of my experience. All right, so let's start with number 1. Number one, and we all know we're going to focus on the pie chart. We're going to focus on the 5 elements of the pie chart, but we're going to go a little bit deeper into the pie chart. We're not going to just say, oh, the payment history, just 35%. No, we're going to go a little bit deeper. All right. So step one, we know is the 35% of the FICO score, right? Right, Les? We know that. We know that. So everybody, check this out. Payment history is what? What is when FICO says payment history, what is FICO talking about? Anybody? Unmute your mic.
How well you manage and pay your bills.
How well, yep.
How well you do what?
Manage and pay your bills on time.
Okay, so he said
also on time. Yep.
Hold on. Who said how well you pay your bills on time?
Me.
Okay, Les. So write that down. How well do you pay your bills on time? Right? So check this out. Les said paying the bills on time. So what would you tell a customer on how could they pay their bills on time automatically?
Put it on auto pay.
Auto pay.
Auto pay. Auto pay. Now that may sound simple. You say, well, Mark, that's elementary, but guess what? A lot of people don't know that. When I went into the AT&T store, I had a crowd of 5 people, including the manager that I was giving a class to. I went in there to buy a phone. I went in there to buy a phone, and I turned around and gave a class to 5 people in AT&T because the store was so quiet and it was so slow, but they didn't know that to avoid late payments, that they should put their shit on auto pay. You see, they didn't know that. So don't assume that all these 360 million people in the world know what you know. They don't. They're just working people that go home, they got kids, they handle their business, and they go to sleep. They're not experts like us. So number 1, we talked about bill pay. Payment history is because of a late payment or something. So how do we avoid that? We avoid that by educating our customers and say, hey, look, put all of your credit cards, every single one of them, on auto pay. Every single one of your bills, every single one of them, including loans, student loans, every single one of them, let's put them on auto pay so we can start working on the first factor, which is the payment history. So we can start working on the first factor. So we don't have this problem anymore, customer. Let's get them all on everything. I want everything on auto pay today. Put it all on auto pay, everything. I don't give a shit. Put it all on there. Put it all on there, and also get some confirmations too that it's turned on. Come on, guys, let's step up the game now. Let's step it up. You said you want an 800 credit score. Let's do the work. Okay, so payment history. Let's focus on the payment history. Auto pay, right? Okay, so what else? What else is in a payment history? Why is that payment history? What's going on when a customer comes to you? What's bad with their credit report that's affecting their payment history?
Also, how much is being paid when they pay it?
No, that's the second.
Late payments.
Late payments.
Oh, late payments. We're moving on. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, late payments, and what other negative information? Not just late payments.
Charge-offs.
Huh?
Collections. And charge-offs.
What else?
Collections and charge-offs.
Too many inquiries.
Personal bad identifiers.
Okay, all negative information, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the payment history. Didn't FICO say that's the payment history? All negative information. Any information on the credit report that's inaccurate. Any information that's inaccurate. Any information on the credit report over the last 4 to 5 years, no, not 4, over the last 24 months, FICO even said it. They came out, they said it. They said anything in the last 24 months is hurting your credit score the most. They even said that. So if we go 3 years, it doesn't hurt that much. 4 years, less hurt. 5 years, less hurt. 6 years, less hurt. 7 years, less hurt. So the further it goes out, the less impact. So because of that, what do we do? What do we do with that information now? We know that if there's a negative or inaccurate item on a customer's credit report, we know 24-month rule says that it hurts the score the most. So what do we do now? Anybody? What do we do?
Focus on the last.
We focus on those items.
We focus on those items. You see what's happening now? You see how we building this now? We go after, see, a lot of you are going after everything. You say, oh, well, there's 5 years old. It's still hurting the credit score. Let me go after it. But what you don't realize is that it is hurting the credit score a little bit, but that recent late payment or that charge off that just hit the account is really killing your customer's credit score. So now we got payment, put everything on auto pay so they're not late again. Now we said, let's comb through the credit report, and we found all of the inaccurate information. Let's say inaccurate, not accurate. We're not using that word here. And we're going after we put it in a category, and we said, ma'am, we're going to go after everything within the first 24 months from today that's hurting your credit score, everything that's inaccurate, incomplete, outdated, unverifiable. We're going after that information because we know that we're trying to get you to an 800 credit score, ma'am. So what we're going to do is we're going to plan and we're going to focus on that. And if we can get that information corrected, then FICO says that's 35% of your score. So we got points back. You guys, you following me? This is how you have to talk to your customer. This is what makes the customer says yes to you and no to the other credit repair company, because they're not taking the customer deep like this. So you got to help. I told you I had 5 AT&T people like this. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, my God. Oh, can you come back to the store? Oh, can I call you? Can I have your personal phone number? I said, you could text me, but don't text me. Don't blow my phone up. You could text me, but don't blow my phone up. And if I was a credit repair company, guess what? I would probably have all 5 of them as customers. Okay. All right. So payment history, we talked about bills being late, and we also talked about inaccurate information, right? All right. Is there anything else we can talk about the payment history? Just think for a second. Yes, Jose. Yes, Jesse.
So I found a new hack that if you take the same payment.
Not hack.
Oh, about the payment history. You want to talk about problems with the payment history?
No, not the word hack.
Okay. All right. So not the word hack. If you make 2 payments a month instead of 1 payment, then you get an additional. If you pay it 3 days before the payment is due and 15 days before it's due, you end up getting 2 payments that month, which then helps you higher your credit score. So instead of paying at one time, you make 2 payments, one 15 days before the due date and one 3 days before the due date.
All right, cool. So now we're still talking about the payment history now. Is there anything else we can do to help the payment history?
Credit utilization.
What you say?
Credit utilization.
No, we're not there yet. That's in step 2. That's amount owed. What else?
Mark, you did say.
Huh?
Mark, you did say negative. Yeah, on this part right here, I'm thinking that we could remove any old addresses, old phone numbers, because you said in this first portion that negative information affects it. So if we remove old addresses, old phone numbers, will that boost our score?
No.
No? Okay.
We're talking about the payment history. I told you we're going to go deep, guys. I told you we got 2 hours. We're going to build a blueprint. What else in the payment history that we can do with our customers to help remove some of the negative, inaccurate information that's causing that 35% to be low? Is there anything?
Contact your creditors to get help.
Say that again? What'd you say? I can't hear you.
Here, Mark, you can add positive credit.
No, that's not. We're jumping steps now.
I would say pay for deletion.
There it is. There it is. Write it down, guys. Write it down. I told you we're going deep. You didn't believe me, did you? I'm giving you all the secrets now. He said pay for deletion. How would we use that?
Mark, could you also contact the creditors like to see if they can help you also?
Yeah, you could do that too, but let's talk about pay for deletion and we're going to come back to you, Miss Bell.
But Mark, hello?
Hold on for a second. Hold on. Let's go back. Francisco, he said pay for deletion. How can we use pay for deletion? Come on, credit repair experts.
You get for the negative items like the payment history. You send a letter.
No. How can we use pay for deletion?
For collections,
You notify the
when
collection agency.
you can pay to delete.
Yes.
Yeah, write a letter to have them. You could go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. Go ahead.
So you could contact the creditor or the collection agency and have a pay for delete.
And what's a pay for delete? What is that?
You pay it and they delete it off of your report.
You guys understand? You guys understand what we're talking about now?
Goodwill letter? Yes.
No, I don't understand. So basically you're negotiating the debt with the creditor and you're gonna pay them and then they're gonna delete it on all 3 bureaus. Right?
But you gotta be specific and make sure you put it in a letter. Because
Exactly.
you can pay an account off and it'll be a paid collection. But you gotta make sure in the letter that you state that you're paying to delete the account.
Right.
Because you can pay for an account and it'll be still reporting on your credit report as a paid collection, which is still a negative, right?
Right, and it still hurts you.
Hold on.
Yeah, and sometimes I ask them to send it certified and put in the memo paid for delete. Right.
Hold on, guys. There's too many people talking in the background, so let me mute everybody. Okay, let's go back to pay for delete. Miss Armstrong, you can unmute.
Yes.
So can you quickly just real quick without, because we got 5 more steps to go through. Just quickly explain what pay for deletion is to people who don't know what it is.
Okay, pay for deletion is you notify the creditor, whoever you owe, and let's say you negotiate that you're going to pay $100. So you ask them to ask them to put a letter saying that if we agree upon this $100, you're going to get a paid for delete. So not only will you pay it, we will notify all the bureaus that you paid it and to delete it. The key word is delete, because I think someone said on the call they can pay it, but they won't delete it. You want to make sure it's paid for delete. But then I also have my clients do like a money order or a cashier's check and put in the memo paid for delete, but I make sure they get the letter before they pay. So, there's documentation.
All right. So that's the pay for delete. That's one part. That's one part of our, we're still in payment history.
Mark, isn't that called accord and satisfy?
Isn't that what?
Isn't that letter called an accord and satisfy letter?
I've never heard of that name. I just call it pay for deletion.
Okay, well, I think it is.
But the secret for pay is no secret for pay for deletion, but the key to pay for deletion is this. Creditors, collectors, first of all, the debt has to be kind of new and fresh. And on top of that, they want 100%. The collectors want 100%. All right. If you want them to remove it right now for the sake of your customers, 35% to get it to that 800 credit score, you got to be very, very transparent with the customer. All right. The collector wants, give me the 5,000 and I'm going to send you a delete letter and I'm going to send it to the credit bureau and I'm going to, me personally, I'm sending it to the credit bureau too. All right. And then remember 24-month rule. Remember that.
Yes.
If we can get that collection removed with a pay for delete, that can increase the customer's credit score like 30 points. You guys with me? Following me so far now?
Yeah, and I like how you said too that you send it to the bureaus as well, because I asked for the letter as well so we can send it also. I love that.
Absolutely. Okay, we're not going to go into pay for delete. That's a whole nother that's a whole nother training. Okay. But so can somebody recap so far what we talked about in payment history so we can move to the next step? Anybody?
I'm Mark.
You want to recap for us?
Yeah, you stated paying bills on time, auto pay, negative info, inaccurate accounts, focus on those items, and pay for delete.
And when you say focus on the inaccurate information, what do we mean by that?
Focus on the negative items that are inaccurate on the account that need to be removed.
And then how recent? Should we focus on old or new?
Both.
Both, right? Or which one should we do first?
The newer ones.
That's right. We got to pay attention to the order. When you guys are working on a customer's file, you pay attention to the order on how you handle somebody's disputes. Okay, pay attention to the order. Remember, if you can't demonstrate to your customer that you know what you're doing, they're going to fire you. And then you say, well, Mark, why is my customers dropping off? Because you're not taking them through this blueprint.
I'm sorry, Mark. What do you mean when you say the order?
The order of how you dispute. Do you dispute old accounts or do you dispute more recent inaccurate accounts? That's the order. Okay. And are you just coming on, AJ?
Yes, sir. But I caught the first step. Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, we're talking about the first part, which is the payment history, and then we're talking about going after inaccurate information on a credit report that's within the first 24 months, because FICO already told us that they will drop the score if something hits your credit report within the first 24 months. They already said that. How many of you guys got a collection account that just appeared in your credit report out of nowhere and your score took a dip by 20 to 30 points? Raise your hand for me. Raise your hand. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Let me see. Let me look at the second one. That's right. It happened. I'm telling you, it happened to me. I got it off really quickly because I know what I'm doing. But what if you don't know what you're doing, Ricardo? What if you don't know what you're doing? You're devastated, right? The collector's not listening to you. Nobody's listening to you, and you're just trying to buy a house. Right before you buy the house, it happens. All right. So
that's why, like you're saying, education is key.
No, it's really key. It's you know what? People don't care when they don't need you, but when they need the paramedics, they care. When they're having a heart attack, now they want to take the pill, right? They want to listen to you now. You see? So what I'm trying to say is that we need to get ahead of our customers, and we need to educate our customers. Just like I'm educating you, like we're doing it together. We need to do this. You need to do this before you ask for a customer's credit card. All right, this is what you need to do. All right, so let's move on to, is somebody writing this down?
Yes, Mark, I have a question.
Yes.
For the, to delete, the pay for delete, do we do it with the original creditor or the collection agency?
Let me tell you something, the original creditor, medical bills, original creditors are hard. Okay, unless they sold it to a collection agency. Do you understand what I mean? They're not going to do a paper delete for you. If you go to Chase or Capital One, they're not going to do it. They're too by the book. They're not going to do it. Don't waste your time. If it goes to collections and it's sold, not assigned. You guys know the difference? Sold, not assigned. Assigned basically means that they have an in-house collector that they're just saying, try to get this money from me. If you can't, give it back to me. That's what assigned means. Sold means they sold it to the collection agency and they don't have nothing to do with it anymore. All right. Then you can.
So what can you do?
Huh?
So what can you do to it if it's assigned?
It's tough because it's still owned by the creditor. See, the creditor didn't release it yet. So what the creditor wants you to do is to pay for it. So you're in a dilemma at that point, but it really depends. So I don't want to go deep, guys. That's a credit repair class. All right, I don't want to go deep there. We're going to focus. Jesse laughed. We're going to focus on That's a credit repair class. You don't take me there. Get the dispute summit ticket, and then we go there then. Okay.
Mark, I have a question really quick, because I know you said this is the first step for them, but I was told that we do the addresses and stuff, but we don't tell them that. This is just to kind of give them a blueprint of them knowing that I'm the professional. And this is how we're gonna fix your credit. Is that what I'm understanding?
That's right.
Okay.
You're gonna map this out. You can even do an infographic, and you can map this out, and you give it away as a freebie. You offer it on social media. You give it away as an exchange. This is what I'm gonna do for you when you come on board with me. Oh my God, I've never seen anybody do like that. Or when you get them on like a call, and you have them on your call, like you're doing a session with them, a strategy session. You get this infographic together, and you take them through this journey, so they can visualize what am I paying my money for. So you don't want a customer to be pissed off and say, no, I'm not giving you any money because you haven't proved your worth. You haven't proved your worth to me. So you got to break it down for them and show them, look, this is exactly what our company do. We're going to do this. Then step 2, we're going to do that. And then step 3, if we need to do some pay for deletion, we're going to reach out to you because we're trying to get you to the score that you want. And in order to get you to the score that you want, it's going to require some of these steps. Okay, you guys understand what I'm saying? All right, let's get to the second one. Amount owed.
I have one question, if I may.
We got to move on. We got to move on. Okay, quick. Go ahead, real quick, Joe.
So what if like you said, an account goes to collection agency, and when you pull up the person's report, it's show that same debt is showing on the original creditor and in the collection agency.
Okay, so look. Say that again one more time, Joe. I really don't want to get into credit repair questions right now.
That's cool. That's cool.
You understand what I'm saying? I know, Joe. I know, man. I know there's a lot of questions you guys have for credit repair. And I really don't want to go into, because I want to stick with the, 800.
All right.
What's your question one more time? I'm going to try to answer it for you real quick.
So what do you do in an instance when you see a credit dispute in both the original creditor, let's say Bank of America, and a collection agency, the same amount, same credit issue?
Well, okay, first of all, I know what you're saying. You mean both of them are reporting it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's common. So first of all, they both can report it, but they both can't have a balance.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And what's happening, Joe, is that it started with the original creditor and it was charged off, and you got all these late payments. Then they sold it to the collection agency. They got it now, and they put it on the credit report. But the original creditor can't have a balance.
Okay.
All right. You guys understand that? They both can't have a balance. It's double dipping. Okay. All right, cool. Thank you for that, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so let's move on to the second stage, which is amount owed. All right, what does that mean, guys? The amount owed.
How much is owed on the debt?
How much is owed on which debt?
Collection.
Okay, collection. What else?
Hold on.
Credit card.
Credit card.
The debt you have on the credit card.
Original debt.
The balance.
Balance, credit cards, right? Loans. Don't forget about the loans.
Exceeding original debt.
Amount owed on the original debt.
Okay, so now we're looking at our customers. We're looking at our customers' credit report, and we say, damn, 30% is amount owed. So this customer has a lot of debt. They have a lot of credit cards that's open, good standing, and they have a lot of credit cards that's closed with a balance. Okay, that's closed negative with a balance. So we have a credit card open with a balance. We have a credit card closed that's negative with the balance. And then we have credit cards that's maxed out. Right? Check this out. I had to mute because a lot of people were muting. Now, so we're in step 2. FICO says 30%. This is what FICO says. It says 30%. So what are we going to tell our customer? What should they do to heal or cure or take care these balances that they
keep
their debt utilization to 7%, between 7 and 10%.
All right, hold on. So Antonio said, this is what he said. He said, I'm going to tell my customer to get their utilization for the revolving accounts to 7%. Right? Now, how are they going to do that? Anybody?
Pay down their balances.
Okay. So she said pay down her balances. Now somebody else. How are they going to fix their balances?
Increase their limits.
Okay, increase their limits. Write that down. Increase their limits. What
Snowball.
Sign
up for like a credit builder account, like My Jewelers or
no, not yet. Not yet.
If you consolidate?
Consolidate? Tell me about that.
Can you consolidate it into one, and whichever one has the lowest interest rate, and then try to pay it down that way?
Whatever way you can get the balance down, right?
Right.
Are you talking about consolidating through like getting a loan and then paying off all the credit cards?
No, consolidate it into like whichever one of your cards has the better interest rate. Consolidate
balance
into
transfer.
Or balance transfer.
But aren't you going to run up the other credit card if you do that?
It's all about the usage on your credit. So your total credit limit, you want to have 30%.
Okay. So according to FICO, it's 9%. Okay. 9% you want to get it down to. But how are they going to do that? See, the main question is, how are you going to educate your customer to say, you need to get these balances down? You
keep your credit usage under 30% on each card.
Okay, but how are they going to do that? Their money is limited.
We have to make a plan.
Out a loan.
Stop using
Take out a
credit.
loan or do a budget.
Okay.
Apply for new credit.
Snowball method.
Snowball method. All right. What about, did you guys know that a loan is different than a revolving account when it comes to the FICO, right?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Okay. So the loan doesn't really carry as much weight as the revolving credit card. Okay. So what if the score was, because most of our customer scores are in shit anyway. So they're not going to apply, they're not going to get approved for no loan.
Hey, Mark, can you repeat that real quick? Because there was some background noise. I didn't catch it.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that the loan doesn't carry as much weight as a revolving account, a revolving credit card. Okay, and why is that though? I'm not going to just tell you it doesn't carry much weight. You need to be able to explain to the customer why. Why is it? Anybody know the reason?
Because a loan is
it's a closed-end loan.
Because the loan is an account. It's installment account.
It's
and
not
it's
part
worth.
of.
The loan is an installment and not revolving.
Okay, so but why does that matter?
Because it's way differently.
Because it has a predetermined payoff date.
Great answer.
Okay, but why does that matter though?
Because it weighs differently.
It doesn't show irresponsible behavior.
It's not weighted on the utilization ratio.
It shows
that you can consistently make a payment on time.
There it is. That's it. That's what FICO's looking at. Can you make a payment? Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you learned a lot. Some tip that's going to help you out in your particular situation. Hey, listen, I have a quick question for you. Have you ever thought about starting a credit restoration business? Now, if you have one, I do understand. But if you don't have one, my question to you, have you ever thought about it? Listen, you have a skill set, you have knowledge, you learn things about credit restoration. So why not earn a living? Why not make some money helping other consumers restore their credit? Now, This is the perfect time. There's 100 million consumers right now in the United States that need your help, helping them restore their credit. And you can start and run a credit restoration business right from the comfort of your home with a low startup cost. This is the time to be your own boss. And this is the time to set your own price and to travel and do the things you really want in life. Now, why not take advantage of the skill set, all the training that you've already done? Why not make an extra stream of income helping others do exactly that? Listen, I put together a 30-day training course, a free step-by-step 30-day training course showing you exactly how to start a successful credit restoration business. And not only that, I'm going to give you a checklist, a step-by-step guide checklist, so it will keep you accountable and also keep you on the right track. I've also put together a little guide to show you how to get your first customer. Now, let me show you exactly what's going to happen when you click the link below this video. Now, as soon as you click the link below the video, I'm going to show you exactly what's going to happen. Now, when you click the link below the video, you're going to be taken to a page like this one. Now, this is the page. This is what we call the opt-in page. And you're going to see this book right here, because I'm going to give you this book right here on how to start a credit restoration business. I'm also going to give you this 30-day free training series right here, as you can see, and a step-by-step guide, checklist, and a guide on how to get your first customer. And all you have to do is put your email, your first name, your last name, and phone number, and click yes or no here and click submit. That's all you have to do. Now, once you're done with that, all you have to do is confirm your email, and you're on your way to learning how to earn an extra stream of income with your own credit restoration business. Hey, listen, I hope you join the family, and I'll see you on the other side.